looking at the ASUS N10. This is the N10J A1. It has a Nvidia Graphics card, the 9300 GM, and it's a really pretty looking machine. It's got kind of chrome accents on the back side there, as you can see. It's got a toggle switch to toggle between the Nvidia graphics and the integrated Intel graphics, an HDMI port, 2 USB ports, and a wireless on-off switch. Also a secure lock in the back here, and this is the exhaust. On the front we just have a latch and a few indicator status lights. On the other side we have a express card slot, an SP-diff out and headphone out and microphone jack, another USB port, VGA port, networking port, and power port. The back end is completely clean, kind of has a glossy tan finish. It's really nice. It has a different hinge design than the EEE series does. It's a lot smaller, less intrusive, and it looks really nice. It's got a really glossy black screen here. Looking at the keyboard, it's larger than the 1000H keys are. It's a full-size notebook keys, and the shift key has been moved to the left side of the up arrow keys. There's a function button here, function button here. It has Altec Lansing speakers. It has a camera built in, and it has stereo microphone up at the top as well. Here you can see the fingerprint reader works really great, and these touch buttons are also chrome. It's very slick and smooth, and it has a scrolling area on the side as well. As you can see, we've got our 9300N GS with 256 megabytes sticker, and it has these two little buttons up near the top. This one is to toggle between your power settings, and this one is to zoom in on items on the screen. It also has some indicator lights up here. So I'll power it on, and we'll take a look at what this little machine can do. Okay, I've got the N10 booted up, and I want to show you some of the features that ASUS has included. One of the things that they've included is basically facial recognition. So in order to log into your machine, all you have to do is place yourself in front of the camera, and it will recognize your face and log you in. So I'm going to kind of show you how that works. I'll put my face up to the screen, and you see it has my name there. So it recognizes me and would therefore log me in. It has a smart log on as well. So that turns on. And I will stick my face up here so it can find it. And it recognizes me and logs the machine in. So that's kind of a neat little feature. I haven't really seen anything like that before. You can also log in with the fingerprint reader. So now I'm going to kind of show you what's different about this N10 versus, you know, the EEE series that we've seen from ASUS. Well, besides the build quality, the EEs are really nicely built, but this is just a step above that. The cooling on the EEEs wasn't quite as good. They didn't really have a heat sink. This actually has a heat sink on the side, and the airflow that goes out of it is, you know, super hot coming out of this air when you're playing a game or something, but the rest of the laptop stays really cool. So it has really efficient airflow over its components, and it still stays quiet. In fact, this machine feels a lot cooler than my 1000H did. So I've been really impressed. It's quiet, it manages heat very efficiently, and we'll take a look at games and how the Nvidia holds up against the regular EEE series. I wanted to touch briefly on the screen. It's a 1024 by 600 resolution, which some people if they've used a EE1000 or 901 or 900, they're used to this form factor on the screen, which actually makes it big enough that you can still see it. Other than that, it's a great screen. It looks kind of washed out on this video, but it's actually pretty bright and vibrant. So the glossy finish, some people don't like, but I've actually had a glossy one that I didn't like, but this one is still bright enough that the glossiness kind of doesn't affect it too much. And see from the side, it's got good viewing angles, and the glossiness does reflect a little, but if you turn the brightness up, it doesn't really affect it, and I'm actually quite happy with it. It looks nice. I wanted to point out some of the accessories that come with the N10 as well. You get this pretty nice carrying case. It's a step up from the slip case. Also, the AC adapters is really small, kind of like the EE1000 and 901s. They have really small AC adapters. This one's just a bit bigger, but it still fits inside this bag with the laptop, no problem. So those are a few accessories included with it. It also comes with kind of a cleaning cloth. Other than that, you get your driver disc, OS disc, and that's about it. Okay, so here we are playing Half-Life 2. And as you can see, it's really smooth. Half-Life 2 is kind of an older game at this point, but compared to the 6 frames a second you get on the normal EE this is actually works really well. It's completely playable. You get anywhere from 35 to 100 frames a second depending on what part of the map you are. The main limiter on this game is the CPU. I've noticed that even if I turn the graphics capabilities up, I don't lose frame rates, and that's because it's just waiting on the CPU. So the 9300M is more than enough for this machine. It's just waiting on the CPU for things like physics calculations and things like that. But other than that, if you want to game on a very light laptop and something you can carry around, it's pretty great. It's the smallest gaming laptop that you could possibly have, and it runs pretty well. Okay, I want to go over the pros and cons of this as a wrap up. First, the pros. This N10J with the integrated 9300M is absolutely fantastic. This notebook has essentially anything you could want in a notebook PC. You've got 802.11n, you've got a fingerprint reader, you've got a camera, stereo microphones, Altec lansing speakers which sound great. You have HDMI, you've got a card reader for memory stick and SD, Nvidia Graphics, glossy black screen. It's as light as an EE1000. I mean, this is a serious machine. It has Bluetooth. I mean, all the features that any box could possibly have are on this machine. So it's great. Things that I don't like or other people might not like, you have to switch to toggle between Nvidia Graphics and Intel Graphics. If you switch to Intel, you get longer battery. It's a light machine, sturdy, well designed, beautiful looking. It really has everything you could want in a notebook that you were going to use for casual gaming or casual browsing, anything at all. The weakest point of this machine is the Atom processor. The Atom processor, still has maybe a little bit of a trouble doing some flash things or anything that's more processor intensive. Once there's a good overclocking utility for this machine, it will be a lot better. Right now the most you can get is 1.76 gigahertz out of it. Stock's 1.6, but if you use the turbo settings that ASUS provides, you can get up to 1.76, which improves your experience a little bit. But once we get it up to 2 gigahertz, it will be a lot better. So those are kind of the cons of it, but really it's just a really sturdy, stable, great machine. I couldn't recommend it more for anyone who's looking for a netbook and wants all the bells and whistles. So there you have it. That's the N10 from ASUS, and I hope you enjoyed the review.